This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Baker versus Cradle. You all have been in a relationship for 3 years and were contemplating getting married until issues of infidelity came up. Can you tell me why you opened your case today, Miss Baker?
I opened my case because I found out that my girlfriend was sending naked pictures to her ex-girlfriend.
Accidentally.
All right, we're gonna come back to accidental photos. Okay.
And you think because of that, there must be something going on?
Something. It has to be. I feel like there's something going on. She's been lying about the situation with her ex-girlfriend, talking about their friends, but she's been asking her ex-girlfriend to send her pictures.
Well, we both have exes in our lives. She has exes that are friends, I have exes that are friends.
Yeah, but I didn't send my ex a naked picture by accident and then tweet about it.
Okay, tell me about this accidental naked photo.
I was texting on the iPhone. I'm not an iPhone user. And I went to go text my ex, and it was in my roll, and I swiped up, and it sent. And
So it's sent to your former.
But Miss Cradle, you accidentally took off all your clothes. You accidentally posed for
me
the
taking
picture.
the picture was intentional. I took the picture intentionally because I sent it to her first.
Is that true? Did you get the picture?
I did, yes.
So she sent it to you.
Yes.
When you swiped up.
Swiped up, and it sent. I know it sound crazy, but it's the truth.
So what do you want to show Miss Baker today as a result of these proceedings?
I just want to prove that I've been faithful, and I have no intention of being unfaithful. And I really want her to see how ridiculous this is, all of these allegations.
Ridiculous? It's just kind of fishy, seriously. The whole
why is
relationship
it fishy? Why do you have these issues with her and this ex?
Well, initially, she told me that they were going to be friends, and then she asked me, was I comfortable with it? And I said, no, I'm not. And then she went behind my back, and she's like, okay, I'm not talking to her anymore. Okay, but then I see you texting her. Your Honor, I went on tour for a couple of weeks, and I was out of town. And every time I go out of town, it just seems like I find something in her phone dealing with other women.
It's casual conversation.
On top of it, Your Honor, I have evidence of the tweet. I have it.
Ron, would you get that piece of
Please.
evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please?
I tweeted it because it was funny to me.
So
I wasn't ashamed. I wasn't trying to hide it. That's why I tweeted it.
But this is your proof that she didn't do it accidentally.
Right.
Because she said, y'all ever send news to the wrong person by mistake? No. Me either.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
This don't look like a joke. This looks like you.
I wouldn't have tweeted about it if I really was trying to be sneaky. Twitter is a public platform.
Well, no, I know what Twitter is. And that's why I find this crazy that you would put this out here, particularly if she's questioning you about your intent with that picture.
I thought it was funny. It was funny to me.
Ha, 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 all the way here, right?
Well, Ms. Baker, what I want to know is, why are you going through her phone?
Because she has a history of just lying to me, and I just didn't trust her.
No, that's not true.
I don't trust her.
That's not true.
Has the relationship always had this level of distrust? I mean, take me back to the beginning. What was it like when you all first got together?
Well, when we first got together, we were very close. We spent a lot of time with one another. But when my singing career started picking up and I started traveling, things got really rocky between us.
What happened? I mean, what was the relationship like?
We have a lot of fun. We go out all the time. We travel a lot together. We met, we were friends actually on social media. That's how I know she's a big flirt, because she flirted with me. And
you liked that when she flirted with you?
I did. She came to my concert.
It's not really flirting, it's just communication.
It's flirting.
It's okay to flirt.
It's flirting.
It's okay to flirt. I flirt with Miss Cutler all the time.
That's right.
Your wife.
Before we got together, since we've been together.
And I like it. It's a good thing.
For the most part, besides the lying.
For the most part.
Okay, Miss Cradle, what did you fall in love with?
She was just very nurturing, very caring, very gentle with me. Like, we pretty much are the same. Like, we have the same principles, we have the same passions, we believe in the same things. So it's rare that I've met somebody that I felt like was my equal.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there was a real connection between you.
Definitely.
You found your mutual.
Right.
You all are vibing, you're having a good time, you're enjoying each other. When did it start to fall apart?
I feel like it started to fall apart when I started traveling more and we started having money issues.
Okay.
And it
Well,
seemed
money
like...
issues will do it.
Money issues
Yeah.
is a big one. I mean, all the studies suggest that.
And I wasn't around a lot, and I felt like she just needed someone to talk to, or, you know, just wanted to emotionally lean on her exes and the girls from the dating
They weren't
app.
always exes.
Yeah, there were girls from the dating app.
Exes.
Well, it didn't matter whether they were always exes, does it?
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having friends.
Look, we travel a lot too. When we're together,
You gotta make it count. You gotta make it count.
Yeah, you do special things. One of the things that I've done in the past, just an example, is when I'm gonna go away, like I'll leave that morning, he'll go to work. I'll try to make sure I leave after him, and I put his favorite little candy on his pillow. So when he gets home that night, he's got a little something about me. It's not big, but it's important.
It's meaningful.
Again, what you did to get somebody are the things you have to do to keep them.
You hear that?
There's nothing wrong with having friends. The problem is when friends cross over to being something more than friends. There's a physical part and there's an emotional part.
Right.
And either one is devastating. Because if you're emotionally connected with somebody, that means you don't have the energy to put into me.
Right.
Right?
And if you are physically connected with somebody, I'm just mad.
Overarching all of that is that this is communication on a dating app.
Yeah.
Meaning you're looking
Can
for
I
somebody.
clear up the dating app? She's a singer, I play bass. So we used to have a jam session at our house. I used the dating app to market because we specifically were marketing to the LGBT communities.
Well, what kind of music are you trying to make?
Right.
No, it wasn't the music, it was the cause. We were working on this particular cause
Well, how
at the
about
time.
the poetry? The messages between the girl and you were talking about poetry. She intentionally was reaching out to someone. I saw that the girl had liked her picture and that she had liked her picture. And we had nothing musical going on at the time together. So there was no reason for you to be reaching out to someone. But I'm 3,000 miles away and it's 11 o'clock at night and you saying hey to this girl. That's kind of fishy.
Hey.
And you find this out when you get back and go through her phone.
And I had dreams, but while I was gone, I had dreams that she was cheating. And then the next day,
Dreams.
You had dreams. Dreams are nightmares.
it was a nightmare.
And it was just a hey. Only a hey.
All right.
And the first one may not be that innocent. It may be, hey.
Hey.
You know,
It was
That's-
only one Y, hey. No hey.
I just say, hey.
It
It's
was
just
one
like,
Y.
hey.
At 11 o'clock at night,
Hey doesn't always mean hey.
yeah, well, it means you want to make some hay.
Make some hay.
Yeah, that's a roll in the hay, but it
Yeah.
ain't just hay.
I wasn't looking for them for anything romantic. I was looking for them for a particular reason.
But when I asked her about it, Your Honor, she told me, oh, I never did that. Oh, I never said that.
I wasn't using it for dating. I was using it for marketing.
So why was your status single?
And it's, what? Oh, I probably made my profile when I was single.
No, we were together when you made the profile.
All right,
Because
so
it was for the music.
all right, so Miss Baker, it has a fishy. I'm curious. Do you have something more concrete?
Yes.
To support your position?
Yes, I do.
All right, tell me about that.
So the third tour that I just came back from, I was gone for about 2 weeks. And when I got into the house, I went into the bathroom and I saw some prints on the mirror. And I thought that was kind of fishy. So I asked her, I said, Stacy, why is there handprints on the mirror? And she said, oh, I was trying to clean it. Your Honor, she doesn't clean.
So you brought us evidence of this, correct?
Yes.
And it's at the screen. Would
Yes.
you step over to it, please?
Okay.
Please explain to us what we're looking at.
Okay, so this
Right
is my
now.
bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And then on the mirror, there's these little prints.
There it is.
There's a handprint, so it was like, it just seemed like somebody may have been bent over.
Well, Mr. Cutler. And you think
I think somebody was getting pleasure from behind.
Oh. Well, there it is. If you didn't know, you know now.
Now you know.
Hey.
Yeah.
If you'll
And
step back to the
okay.
podium. Go ahead, Mr. Cutler.
Miss Cradle, how did those...
Do you
Miss
wait.
Wait.
Do you see the handprint?
I see the handprints.
Okay.
Do you see the problem with
big
the
hands.
handprints?
Those are pretty big hands. They don't look like any hands I would be interested in.
That's like,
Well, how do you explain those handprints on the mirror?
I don't know. I didn't even notice them until she brought my attention to them. And when she brought my attention to them, I had no idea she was alluding to me cheating.
But did you tell her you were cleaning?
If she's, I guess. I don't remember.
she
honestly.
doesn't remember a lot.
This is not helping your position,
I
dear.
probably looked at them and thought I'd need to clean them after she said that, but no, I didn't. I don't remember saying I was clean.
Well, let me ask you, did you tweet about that?
No.
Because those are, how do you,
Yeah, no, Mr. Cutler.
I'm just trying to-
No, it's like this.
like,
It's like that. You wouldn't know about that.
No, I wouldn't.
And so all of these accusations, all of these issues, from the handprints to the tweet, are having you question about your relationship and even considering marriage. Is that correct?
Yes.
To get some further perspective on this, we've asked a friend of the court to come in and talk to us, someone who's been through similar situations of cheating. At this time, the court would like to call R&B singer and cast member of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Miss Ariane Davis. Ron, please escort her into the courtroom.
Yes, Sean.
Hi, ladies. Hello.
Good day.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're great.
Okay.
And Ms. Davis, you've had some similar experiences to our plaintiff and defendant in this case, correct?
Yes.
Well, have you ever been cheated on by any of your girlfriends?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I have, and I can say that the experience was kind of ugly. It got real ugly. I walked in on.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to say to you, Ms. Baker. When you go looking for stuff, you find it.
I was looking
So, but if you were going to stay, then you shouldn't have been going through it. But if you were going to leave her after finding what you found, then okay, I get it. But I'm not going to go looking for something knowing that I'm going to still be here.
Do you have any advice for Miss Cradle?
Oh my God, you. I was looking and, hearing the story and stuff. Where did those prints come from if you don't clean? Were you there that day? I just have a question. I
Yeah,
really
I was
wanna
there.
know.
I was there.
But if you don't clean, why would you say that?
I don't know. When she brought it up, I honestly thought she was talking about a ghost. Like, it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. I didn't assume that she was assuming I was cheating, so I'm thinking it's some horror movie stuff, like some prints appearing on my mirror.
All right, so
But
I
do
have
you
a
really
question.
want to be with her?
Yes.
I just would suggest to you, if you want to make this work, make it work. And if you don't, don't. It's simple. Love shouldn't be that complicated. And you fight for what you love. So if y'all love each other, y'all got to fight for each other. If this is where you really want to be.
Thank you, Ms. Davis.
My pleasure.
I think we've heard enough testimony, seen enough evidence. Here's what we're looking at. We've got you sending naked pictures accidentally. You're on a dating app, which you say you don't use for dating, but it's a dating app. And we've got handprints on a mirror in a compromising position. And all of this has led you to believe that she's cheating.
Yes.
And if you find out she is cheating, the relationship is over.
Absolutely.
And you're done.
Absolutely.
This court has done a full and complete investigation to determine, is she cheating? At this time, the court would like to call former military interrogator Lena Cisco. Ron, please escort her into the courtroom.
Yes, Shauna. Step right over to the monitor, please.
Good day, Miss Cisco. How are you?
I am well. How are you, Your Honor?
We're good. Thank you for
Great.
being here.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former certified Department of Defense military interrogator. I have trained law enforcement personnel, military, government agency personnel in interrogation techniques and interviewing.
Tell us, please, what you did to investigate this case.
I first had the accused write a witness statement, and from that, I analyzed it to see if there was any indicators of deception.
So with your experience, if anybody can get to the bottom of this, it's you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And what were your initial findings?
So I saw a lot of nonverbal and verbal indicators of truthfulness.
Okay. And what did you further learn? Did you learn anything else as you went through the process?
I did, Your Honor. Miss Cradle willingly admitted to sending nude pictures to her ex-girlfriend, but accidentally. And when I was reading her statement, her written statement, at first I had a lot of doubts. But during the interview, she gave me really truthful responses.
Okay.
She has also admitted to seeking attention from other females because she's lacking that from her girlfriend.
So ultimately, what was your conclusion about Miss Cradle's truthfulness?
As a person who has years in interrogation experience and detecting deception, I believe that Miss Cradle is being truthful and that she has not cheated on her girlfriend.
So now that you've heard this information, what do you have to say to Miss Cradle?
Please forgive me. I forgive you. I love you. Thank you.
Show some love. Show some love. Now, Miss Baker, I hope you heard a couple of other things. You got to keep the fires burning.
Yeah.
Whatever you did to get her, you got to do to keep her. And that goes both ways.
Oh, it
It goes both ways.
It goes, so you need to show her a little
Right,
love. That's
right.
you know, if you tweet her.
Right. I tweet about her all the time.
All
I show
right.
her love all
And
the time.
if you're feeling neglected, just tell her, look, I'm feeling a little neglected. Communication goes a long way.
Miss
Yeah, me
Davis,
too.
thank you so much for
My
your words
pleasure.
of wisdom to
My
these
pleasure.
young ladies.
My pleasure, and I'm glad to see you guys work it out.
Thank you.
Go to therapy if you need to, too.
We have counseling available to you. Go and talk to them. And as we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a happy, trust-filled, loving relationship. Court is adjourned.